different.
Yo.
We back, so we must ain't got in trouble too much yet.
Right.
It's your boy King Scrap.
Psycho Rico.
Doc Lou with the peace. Peace, love, and happiness all.
He's Doc Marley this week, y'all.
I'm Doc Marley this week, baby.
Right.
You know, a
Peace,
couple weeks
love,
ago,
and happiness.
He was a coordinator.
Yeah, you never know what Doc is gonna show up, but he's gonna show up with the shades on for obvious reasons. But really, I don't have to with you guys because y'all know,
Right.
but for obvious reasons. You know.
Yeah, we know.
I gotta keep it PG for the cheering.
We know that Jamaican.
I say that, but I cuss extremely
Man, we're
and
like
excessively on every episode.
PG-13.
Yeah, man. We ain't ready. I think I cuss more than you every episode. You know, I mean, we ain't ready to hard though. You know,
No.
not yet.
We don't cuss for the sake of cussing. We just old
No.
and don't know no better.
It's my vocabulary.
Right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a drill sergeant raised me.
And
I
hey,
was
people,
a motherfucker from 3 to 8 years old. Y'all don't understand.
yeah, that was all.
So,
That was your first and last name, huh?
what am I supposed to do?
That was your first and last name, correct? Mother.
Yes,
First
motherfucker.
name, last name. Fuck it.
Then when I started dropping weight, because I was a fat baby, when I started dropping weight, I was a little shit. Go get my motherfucking bag, little shit. Run, go get that bag if you don't want to. Sliding motherfucking.
No. Before we.
But it was out of love, though.
First of all, before I say this for you to tell the story, first and foremost, gentlemen, how y'all been doing, my brothers? How was your week?
Well,
Our week was all right, except for the refrigerator dying. But other than that,
Refrigerator. Did you get a refrigerator or CPR?
no. Dead.
No mouth to mouth?
No mouth to mouth.
You might have saved it.
It's all right. Didn't need it. I mean, I
none of
need
this
it, but
shit. No, clear.
Yeah, you try to bring it back to life.
Clear.
But Doc, tell a story that I've heard hundreds of times about the shoes and you in the roof.
I want a story, bro.
Story time with Luke.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is story time with your friend Doc Lou, where I give you a tantalizing story of my aggressive military-minded childhood.
Get on it. This military stories.
On this episode of Doc Lou's childhood, I was a young buck back then. It was the early 90s.
Is this 1890s or 1790s?
It was the 1990s.
Oh, my bad.
You know, the golden age, well, I won't even say the golden age, but hip hop had just sprouted at the leaves on the tree. Everybody that dropped hard and all that. But, you know, y'all know the scenario. Anyway, my father was a drill sergeant. Mind you, he was a fair guy, but, you know, punishment in today's society would have him locked away.
Yes, true.
But back then, everybody was a private, and his purpose was to break you down and challenge you to be better than you are, to be above your fear. He just had a unique way of getting it out of you. Now, everybody know back then you had to have J's. Look, I went to Southwood High School. And back when I went to Southwood High School here in Shreveport, it wasn't a lot of us.
Time out.
Yep.
No, time out. Negro, I know your age. You said this is the 90s. This ain't the 90s. This is the 80s. You in high school. This the 80s.
Yeah, man.
You trying to...
Hold up.
Why?
Did you forget when you was in high school?
Nah, I was just trying to get one over on you guys. It was true time. It was really, it was like 1984.
That was what?
All right, y'all. I'm finna tell the truth. It was 1984. You know what I'm saying? Me and my pops. You know, we had our little ups and downs, our differences and stuff. But I was getting ready to graduate. Now this was '89. I was getting ready to graduate because it was the first pair of ones. You know, to make a long story short, it was the first pair of ones. They just came out. These motherfuckers was $150 at the time, I think.
89?
I think they were high. They were expensive. They were 100.
Yeah.
It was 150 or 125.
Right.
I think no, they were 125. They were 125s. The breads. You know what I'm saying?
Rico, you have to look this up and post the right price next to it so we can see.
Yeah, post whatever price it was because it's too far back. I've done too much shit.
Rico
But anyway.
supposed to pay Jesus sandals.
Look, Scrap asked for this story 25 years late after the fact. You know what I'm saying? He asked for it.
I did.
So we got to piece it the way we can, you know? So here we go. 89, we was in Foot Locker. Bam. Now, look, my dad had no problem getting us what we want. But there was going to be a process with that. So we went to Foot Locker, and he saw the Jordans, right? And dude told him how much they cost. And he looked at dude, he looked at the shoes, looked at me, looked at dude, looked at the shoes, looked at me. So he looked at dude, he say, bruh. No, not bruh. Say, young man, what can Jordan do with these shoes? He said he played good with him. He's the MVP. You know, he got to running off the shit. And, you know, he's like, okay. Now, I was at the house and I was sitting with my intelligent son over here, and I seen him dunk from the free throw line. He jumped from the free throw line, right? He was like, yeah. He was like, in these shoes, right? He's like, well, you know, not technically these shoes, he's like, but these are his shoes, right? It's like, yeah. So he jumped from the free throw line, right? It's like, yeah. He's like, okay. Go and ring him up. He bought him. I was shocked. It's like, damn. Maybe it'd change. It wasn't no, I had to do 50 push-ups and sit-ups in front of everybody and none of that. He just bought them, bro. Okay, wow. I was like, ooh, we ride back home. I'm like, ooh, I'm finna kill these niggas because I got these brands. Ain't nobody else got them, you know what I'm saying? I'm the first one in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm chilling though. I'm sitting at the kitchen, but this was going on in my head because I'm excited as fuck. So we get home, we get out the car, you know, go to the house, you know, he bragging, yeah, I got him the Jordans, the one that could dunk from the free throw line. See, I wasn't catching on to that. He kept saying that. I wasn't catching on to what was going on.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, go ahead on and show Livy your shoes. You know, that was my mom. So I get him out, you know, get him out the package. You got the card and you got the orange little tassel all that. He was like, oh yeah, let's come with it. Put the shoes on. He's like, yeah, come on, let's go on outside. So I put the shoes on, go outside, right? We standing in the carport. He looking up at the roof. He looking at me, right? And I don't know what the fuck. I'm thinking we finna go somewhere, father and son, and bond with these breads on so I can stun on these motherfuckers, right?
Hold on. I'm laughing so hard because I done heard this story so many times. It's still funny.
Right? I'm thinking we finna have father, son, You know what I'm saying? I got these breads. I'm stunned. Yeah, you can't F with me right now. So he look up at the roof. He look at me. He's like, he say, Jordan can dunk from the free throw line in them shoes, huh? You saw the video, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. All right, well, I tell you what. When you jump on top of the house with them $125 shoes, then you can bring your ass in the house and walked in the house. God damn it, if I'm going to pay $125 in this motherfucker dunking from the free throw line, your ass can at least jump from here on top of the roof. You know, the distance ain't even that high. And sat in the living room, screen door, bro. I'm standing outside in my breads, trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with this dude, bro. How the fuck am I gonna jump on the motherfucking roof? You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. He was like, oh no. If Jordan can dunk from the free throw line, your big ass can jump on the roof. I paid $125. I need to see that. When I hear you on the roof, I know if you climb up there and jump, don't play me. When I hear you hit the roof, you come in the house. My mom like, okay, this shit's getting ridiculous, right? Because this is an hour after I've been standing outside trying to figure this shit out. So my mom says, okay, this is fucking ridiculous. Louis, let my boy in the house. You know he can't fucking jump on. No, Olivia, don't work that way. Because it's fair. He should be able to jump on the house. If Jordan can jump from the free throw line, his fat ass can jump on the house. Them shoes cost $125. I need to see what the fuck he can do in them motherfuckers. So hour number 2, I'm still outside, sunset. My homies are outside because we had a gate. My homies out there on their bikes like, man, them shit's hard, but what the fuck? I'm like, man, this nigga. Look, for the sake of everybody in this N-word and these profane languages, y'all just gonna have to come back to the 80s with me because I got to give y'all how it was back then. You know, put all that other stuff to the side for about another 5 to 10 minutes. All right, man. Okay. They're like, dude, man, what you gonna do? I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I can't jump on the house and this dumb motherfucker won't let me in the house. It's like, bruh, man, I'm glad they ain't my daddy. I was like, this motherfucker think I'm a private, bro. He been retired for 10 years and he treat us like private. You know what I'm saying? So after I've been out there from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, bring your stupid ass in the house. What? What? You what? I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight, bro. Fuck these shoes. What? Fuck you mean you come in the house? Bring your stupid ass in the house. Sit down on the couch. Let me tell you something. Don't ever let material shit run you. You understand what I'm saying? You making him rich. Why don't you learn how to make you rich? And when you can do that, then that's jumping on the roof of me. Understand? I bet. But you could have just told me that shit instead of having me stay outside 3 fucking hours in these shoes. No, I had to fuck with you. He fucked with me. He was fucking with me the whole time, bro. The whole time, Scrap, he was fucking with me, bro. And I love him to death, bro. I appreciate it now.
Right. And you can see the humor in it now, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
because I finally put 2 and 2 together and amended all the hate for that. Right. It was actually his way of preparing me for something I didn't know about. You know, so that could be our whole, all jokes aside, mental health thing. Right. You know, because
that's true,
trauma, the trauma and repetitive and the repetition, made me sharp as iron.
Man, I remember though back then because my thing was, man, I wanted the Air Jordans, the red ones,
Yeah.
the red and white ones. But I think we're remembering things just a little bit different because I looked it up. According to this, Jordans costed in '84 costed $65 and ones costed $96. The average price.
So Lou's talking about inflate. What did I just say, Rico?
You mean inflation?
Yeah, that word right there.
But you know what? Maybe he was trying to maybe old boy hustled him, was like, hey, I ain't got no more. This is the last pair.
No, when it's an average price, that means some stores were charging, 120 and some were charging like 80,
But no, what's the crazy thing? Well, Rico, I know you didn't watch it. Doc, did you watch the Last Dance documentary?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see about Jordan wearing those Jordan 1s? Jordan didn't like those shoes. He said the shoes were horrible. His foot was soaked in blood from playing in those shoes.
Yeah, they were absolutely terrible, bro.
And me personally, I've never been a Jordan shoe fan, a Jordan shoe buyer. Like, I've never been. They're horrible to walk in. My feet horrible. Like, I'm flat-footed. So I need something with some support.
Man.
So, and J's, that ain't it. That ain't what they do.
Well, the shoe business is big money, man. When I was a kid, like a little kid, like 6, 7, 8, we used to wear them Chuck Taylors, them canvas Chuck Taylors.
I still rock those.
And the only reason we got those is because it was cheap. Go try to look at some Chuck Taylors now.
Yeah, they turned the price up.
$50, $60.
They turned the price up. Well, people, I got some information, but I'm not gonna share it online. I'll let y'all know. But our certain football fan is watching Netflix right now.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I just see.
Whoa. We got both for Netflix.
Yeah, I just see on the FBI informant page, aka Facebook. He let's see. He's watching he's watching The Social Dilemma on Netflix.
Damn.
Ooh, boy. The Social Dilemma. I hope it's good, because we gonna talk some shit when we catch up with your I know you got the jokes coming your way. I'm sure he has a nice young tender next to him. He probably done threw the phone in the drawer.
Right. Yeah, bro.
Oh no, I got man, I hope they use the whole episode.
We can flood his timeline.
I think that's what we should definitely do. Mm-hmm. But fellas, into some news. I'm gonna start off with this article here. We recently had a shooting of 2 LA County sheriffs happen, and in the process, last I checked, they were fighting for their lives, and Alex Villanueva, I guess he's the sheriff, he's the head out there. He challenged LeBron James to match the reward money for the shooter that shot the 2 police officers. And when I seen it, I instantly was like, for what?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I mean, y'all don't say nothing when y'all dirty, crooked ass cops, especially the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. Y'all don't say nothing when y'all crooked cops kill innocent people, do dirt, anything else.
Right.
But now, you didn't go at the owners, you went at LeBron James. Because you want to be Was it divisive, Rico?
Well,
Did I
yeah.
use it right this time? Yeah. You
Yeah.
want to be divisive. You want to put that, oh, well, you don't challenge. That's what you want to do. But it didn't even have to get to that point because guess who fired back at him?
Who's that?
Vanessa Bryant. Kobe Bean Bryant's wife. The widow, of Kobe Bean Bryant.
Right.
Rest in power, my brother. And I'm not gonna read the whole article, but she basically said what he need to match for when you can even control your deputies who was taking pictures of dead kids at a helicopter crash scene. And for those of y'all that don't know, these people was taking pictures of the crash scene of Kobe's body, the kids and everything else. And before the story broke, I had got word from it because I ain't gonna say who, but I knew somebody that worked at the airport in DFW that talked to somebody that was there that was talking about them having pictures about it before the story even broke.
Wow.
This is way back when it happened.
Yeah.
So to have the audacity to talk about you challenge the bro, I challenge you to fix your department, partner.
See, and it was a direct attack because those incidents, I mean, there's nothing related. Why would this sheriff go out of his way to call LeBron out about reward money other than just showing his ass, He's showing the kind of person he really is because he's putting a connection there that ain't there.
Right.
Oh, you care about black lives? What about police lives? That's the connection he's trying to put out there.
Man, don't get me started on that. And I used to be a cop in the military and all that stuff. But there's no such thing as a blue life.
Nah.
There's not. You take that uniform off. You can't take black off.
A blue life. Let's be honest. The code that they live by, you live by the same code as the streets. We ain't snitching on ourselves, on each other. We're units. That's the same code that y'all going by. You doing dirt and I ain't see nothing. This what happened and you telling lies? What makes you different from anybody in the streets?
That's an interesting point because psychologically, the psychological profile between somebody who goes into law enforcement and somebody who goes into criminal behavior is almost identical.
Yeah.
Except that one person picked to go on one side, one person picked to go on the other side. That's why you look at people who get into either life young. A lot of times as they get older, cops will go crooked and quote unquote criminals will be like, well, you know what? I need to change and start taking care of my community and stuff like that because they're so close psychologically.
Yeah. You just a scumbag with a badge. That's all you are. And I ain't saying all y'all, but I'm saying all y'all because if you can't open your mouth and tell the truth that's going on and you see it's a problem going on, then you just as dirty as they are. So It's all y'all.
Look.
What's that saying? The only thing evil needs to succeed is for good men to say nothing.
Right.
That right there.
And look, we understand that extra 750,000 that you can rack playing on both sides of the coin. We understand that betters your life, better your kid's life. Help some of your family members out. We understand the purpose of it. But when you put the lives of others, when you put the lives of others, when you in their lives for the benefit, of you leveling up, once lives are involved, then you deserve the same. You deserve the same. So, pick your side if you have to, but understand the consequences of the side that you take. And all of these cops out here that's turning a blind eye to it, it's your problem too, buddy. We understand that you trying to, and we applaud that you're in the community shooting ball, getting to know the kids, getting to know the people you're around, understanding the surroundings that you're in. Because you feel what you don't understand. Once you understand where you at, then you understand what's going on. then you understand who to look for, then the tenants feel safe because you understand, and then the information you need to do your job to get the bad elements out will happen, but we don't trust you because we see you letting this happen. Once you stop doing that, then you'll gain our trust, and it's that simple.
Facts. I mean, it's the same code. And I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I grew up under the code of you don't snitch, you don't tell. If you living in life, especially when I lived it, it's a lot that I can't talk about. I don't know if the statute of limitations is up on some of it. Um, it's some stories I'll tell, but I ain't never been one to go be a rat. But my thing is, if you're a civilian, you under a different law. If you got a whole badge, you beyond a civilian. It's your
Right.
duty to protect and to serve. Now, if you ain't got no badge and you in the streets and you doing dirt, a la Snitch Nine, you know what I'm saying? Someone who I would even interview if he popped up one day and hey, I wanted y'all to interview me and everything else. I would gracefully back away immediately. My brothers, y'all can interview them if y'all wanted to, but me personally, my morals, my code, I would never interview that dude right there because I don't do snitches. You know what I'm saying? Like you live that life and you know what you signed up for. Take your charge. You get caught. You a whole police officer. Your duty is to protect and serve. And you see your fellow officer shoot somebody who didn't deserve to get shot. First and foremost, you signed up to protect and serve. Ain't that what it's supposed to be? Am I wrong? But isn't the duty, the job is to protect and serve the people?
Right.
It's not to protect and serve my coworker.
Right.
Who, when we get our work, we go into the strip club or the bar together or the strip club / bar together and have some drinks with. That ain't what it is. It's to protect and serve these people in this community that I patrol every day. But y'all don't do that.
Right. The thing about being a police officer is you should be held to a higher standard. I mean,
Higher.
you volunteered to be this person, and you should hold yourself to that standard you volunteered for. You know, like I didn't go into civilian law enforcement because, I didn't trust that I could be impartial. Like in all situations and stuff like that. See, I've seen police officers who be busting people for DWI and then be in a bar. I used to bartend. Get tore up,
Facts.
and then they go and they get in the
Facts.
car and they drive away,
Rico, I know the same people. I've been in a couple of Christmas parties with them with their spouses. I'm like, you and your wife getting drunk and you a whole police officer out here. What the? I wish you would pull me over.
And the other thing, when people, like some cops, when they get to know that you were in the military or whatever, right? You get pulled over and they let you slide because, hey, yeah, you're all right. But as a cop, you're not supposed to be that kind of impartial,
Right.
I'm not, and I admit I got over one time,
I got over a lot.
But that's why I didn't become a cop because, like, let's say I pulled Lou over. Oh, come on, Lou, get your ass home. That's not the way you're supposed to be as a cop. Yeah.
It's happened to me numerous times here because I say it first. I'm a veteran.
Right.
And when I pull out my ID, the veteran card's right there with it.
Right.
Oh, well, thank you for your services here. $125.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, like you were saying, Rico, if you go, like you saying, if you go down that path, man, just do your job, man. Right. We're not here to bash you guys. We just want you to learn your communities and police them effectively.
Right.
Be fair.
Don't go off tradition. Go off your gut. Don't go off what nobody tell you. Your gut feeling tells you this is not what needs to be done. but the peer pressure of what's around you and the cliques you're involved in.
And we talked about that earlier one time. We were talking because in a lot of ways, these cops get into a bad department or something, and if they snitch, they gotta live in that town. They got a wife, they got a kid, they got kids.
So
it's a game. It's like being a part of a cartel.
Right.
So understand, people, that we try. We giving you all aspects of this. You have to understand the pressure that they're under. We're not saying that is right, but you have to understand all aspects of what's going on to bring a solution to what's going on.
You have to have empathy.
These
for
guys
everybody.
are being pressured from high up. There's an order, and you have to fall under that order. If you don't, bro,
imagine you were a cop, right?
Yeah,
and something bad happened. That you like, man, this is all wrong. But you can't go to internal affairs because your cop buddies are gonna get at you. But now you're like, I gotta be bad and play this line because who am I gonna call? I can't call the cops.
Right.
So your only recourse is to leave town, but it could be like a gang. Because what you leave town, you might talk.
Oh, they're gonna call everybody and give them a heads up. So you'll never be a cop again.
No.
And it sucks. But
Scrap had said something one time where if we made cops more liable, you shoot somebody you in the wrong, that come out of your pocket, not the taxpayer's pocket. That come out of the union's money, not the taxpayer's pocket. They'll start policing themselves better.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's what I think it comes down to. It comes down to holding them accountable for it. They're not being held accountable for it because just like look at the Breonna Taylor situation. The family just settled for $12 million. That's coming from the taxpayers.
Right.
Yeah.
That ain't coming from the police officers that just did that.
And that's not justice. I mean, those guys haven't been criminally charged. They're not doing. I mean, but that's civil court. They're still criminally charged. They still got to go to criminal court, right? Those guys might still catch the sentence, right?
Yeah, they file charges, but at this point, if they ain't done it, I don't see them doing it. I don't see them doing it. And the fact
once they get the money, then it's like all is good.
When I seen this happen, that the settlement happened, I don't ever remember a settlement happening that fast.
I don't ever remember
in my lifetime.
Right. I don't ever remember a civil settlement being handled before the criminal trial.
But
even OJ had to wait.
I'm gonna be honest. To me, it feel like it happened so fast because it's a huge cover up going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a huge cover up going on with that whole situation. Normally it takes a couple of years to reach a settlement. That fast, $12 million to go.
Right.
Yeah, there's normally a long time of back and forth and what have you.
And not only that, just think about how it just came out that the prosecution was trying to get the ex-boyfriend to say that she was hiding drugs at the house for him and everything else. So the family to settle that quick, I don't understand that. Right. I don't know if it was just, okay, this is what we're going to get. Let's get it over with. But for them, the other side to settle that fast, normally they don't fight as long as they can before they got to pay their money. So some don't seem right to me at all. But I don't see them. I don't see them scumbags getting charged at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them getting charged at all.
Well, see, but now, and this is just me, I hope the boyfriend that was living with her or they're over there gets him a good lawyer because they set precedent. They admit the wrongdoing. They paid that family of Breonna Taylor $12 million. Well, her boyfriend deserves something too because pain and suffering. He watched her die. He thought it was in fear for his life. He didn't know there were cops busting in the door. No. And then all of a sudden he shoots and now he's in a gunfight. And
that's anybody you bust through my goddamn door. What you think gonna happen?
Right.
You just I was just having a conversation. They was talking about how the maintenance man could just walk into your spot. You stay in apartments and townhomes and stuff like that. The maintenance man just pop up and without you being there. And I'm like, that's dangerous because What if somebody walk into their house and they hit somebody in and they got a gun on them? You know what I'm saying? So the fact that the cops bust in, you know what I'm saying, and
Bust
like,
in.
I don't know. Honestly, I mean, the conspiracy in me is like it was something going on with the cops in that whole situation there anyway.
The
For it to be
warrant,
going on like
the
that.
warrant was originally a knock warrant. The warrant was rescinded before they enacted it, or something like that. There's a really good documentary on Hulu, produced by Fox, about it. Um, the everywhere else they went for warrants were in another part of the city, and then they got hurt. Oh, the warrant wasn't really valid because in order for the warrant to be valid, she would have to have been witness participating in some kind of questionable or criminal activity within 48 hours, and she had not. So the last time there was something questionable, like a package coming to her house or whatever, was like months prior. So there was no reason for the judge to even approve the warrant.
But you know, this is so crazy to me, and this is how I get. I mean, sorry, it's not how I get. It's how I don't get these racist ass Americans. So 9/11 happened.
Mm-hmm.
We all remember 9/11,
Right.
and they all celebrated who? Police officers, firefighters, you know, the ambulance, all EMTs for
Right.
9/11, right? Breonna Taylor was a what child?
Paramedic.
Have you heard any of these people that's talking about Blue Lives Matter and all that, and I dare you stand for the flag and all that, say anything about Breonna Taylor though?
No.
So that goes to show, to me, it ain't about no what color you have on, or uniform you put on. It's the color of your skin.
Right.
You know, I seen a comment yesterday, and I started the comment. It was they was talking about I can't remember dude. Villanueva played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I can't remember his first name. He ex-military dude, like he's an Army Ranger. And
Oh,
once again, he broke away from. Matter of fact, I think I saved the article to speak on. Because
Pat
when
Tillman.
Pat Tillman died. He played for the Cardinals. He went to fight in 9/11. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Pat Tillman. Um,
R.I.P.
this is. Let me see if I say the article. And I might have skipped it and saved it for sports, but nah, I didn't save it. But yeah, I seen it. Villanueva is his last name. I can't remember his first name, but it's not the first time. He stepped away. Was it last season? I think it was it was when Donald Trump made the son of bitches. I would
Oh,
fire all those son of bitches statement.
okay.
Um, when the Steelers made the decision to stay in the locker room and not go out for the national anthem, they all agreed the night before they would see it. He broke away and still ran out there. Once again, they made a decision and he broke away from the decision. Me as a head coach, I respect your personal decisions, but I don't want you on my team because you show you're not even about the team. It's your personal beliefs. And he put, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no disrespect. He put the names of some fallen soldiers. I think he said somebody who saved his life when he was in the military or something. I can't remember. I don't know if they passed away or what. I don't know. But that's what he did. You're not stepping away from these people that's dying though. You're showing you ain't but you're for your cause. You know, you either all the way in or you ain't in. You can't have one foot in, one foot out. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am with it. You either all the way in or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to compromise how you feel to be all the way in. You can say this ain't right. and still not. First and foremost, well, I'm not gonna say that. You two can speak on that because you two was in the military. But I already know. Y'all answer. Just like I know other people who's in the military answer who say they ain't thinking about the national anthem. The national anthem wasn't for none of us that is any type of color. Just like this country wasn't built for us at all. This country was built by races for races.
You can be proud of your country and still be against your government and that system. You know.
What did we say a couple weeks ago, Rico? We said we need to blow the system up and start a new one.
Need to dismantle it, build a new one, just completely start from scratch. Like, I love the country, the land, and I love the people in it. I have problems with the government at times, even fearful of the government for the way it's going and how it acts. And even before I was born, I would have hated to live in any time prior to now, and I'm not too happy living in the time we're living in now.
Facts. I mean, look at segregation and desegregation, and you had governors, what they were doing. George Wallace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the head of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
Presidents who was and still have a problem with minorities.
Right.
It's 2020, and we still got a president speaking against minorities. And it gets me, it baffles me how you have minorities that want to support him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of the things he says, you can't make up a character that's so fake. I mean, the man sits there and says, like, Black Lives Matter protests are thugs and terrorists and anarchists and want to destroy the American way of life, but there's very good people, white nationalists. Yeah. You cannot tell me he's not biased in a certain light.
He calls the white nationalists, all them good,
very fine people. Yeah.
But anybody else, they're thugs.
Right. Anarchists.
What like, y'all don't hear this, but you have the Candace Owens, the Kanye Wests, the Herschel Walkers, the Jaheems, what's the I can't think of the name of the can of beans. But whatever the president, the CEO of that company was, came out and supported Trump and said, I wasn't apologizing.
Yeah, Goya beans.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Is it all because y'all thinking about y'all pockets, y'all bank accounts, that I'm going to support him because he going to make sure people with money keep their money? Is that what it's all about? But guess what? One day, you sorry son of bitches, go close y'all eyes. And where you going? You going to realize, damn, I couldn't take none of their money with me. I can't use none of their money to get me out of this here. You close your eyes, you go to be like, hey man, on the real, who at it? Paul, Peter, jump, which one out the gate? Hey, I'm worth a couple mil, I got $1 billion in the bank. Can I stick in, in heaven with this here? Nope. Y'all act like y'all taking y'all money with y'all when y'all go.
Well, it's just like,
it's, hold on, let me say it right quick. The thing is, too, that the fella realize is a lot of these people with money are not realizing that these younger generations ain't going for the same stuff that y'all was teaching them and that was passed on. I was at the store last night, and there was a little girl walked up to me. She's running down the hall. She wanted to see me stop. She stopped. You see, hey, smiled, waved. Man, this girl couldn't be no more than about 2 years old, max. And I'm thinking about how racism is taught. You bring a child up to be like that because kids are so innocent. These kids that's growing up with these parents with money, a lot of them ain't going for y'all same BS. So y'all who acting like y'all gotta take play with you, or I'm leaving this one of my kids who will keep on the same tradition going on. These kids ain't going for the same BS y'all be putting up with, or dishing out, should I say. They switching up. And like, y'all on some bullshit. Nah. And maybe it's gonna bite you in the ass when you in wheelchairs in the nursing home or something, but it ain't the same things that's going on that y'all thought was going on. Like, it's changing. And that's what y'all feel realize.
Yeah, I got a slightly darker take on it. Because I've heard people saying, oh man, since Trump became president, we've gone backwards. More and more people, are becoming racist and all that. And it's not true. The truth is they were always racist. They was just hiding in the shadows.
Trump made them come out.
Right. There's a lot of people that were racist that, like, I can't talk like that or whatever. They do it all behind closed doors, and now they're emboldened.
I'm always fucking with serious topics with my crabby ass comedy, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just be trying to give the folks a visual. The people that are watching
right.
I'm giving a visual of what they're talking about.
It is, but it's laughable, man. You got to have a sense of humor because, I can't take some of these people serious. Like that, they'll do anything but say they're racist.
Exactly.
Like, they mad about the protests and I don't agree with they'll say I believe Black Lives Matter, right, but I don't support the movement because destruction of property and all that. Well, granted, yeah, I don't like people's property getting destroyed too. But what you're saying is you value property and money more than you value Black lives when you say that.
And then the fact that they missed the whole stance on Black Lives Matter, they're not saying
no, I'm good. Right.
Black Lives Matter more than your life. No, they're trying to tell you a Black life matters too.
Right.
You can go kill somebody of color like it ain't nothing. Oh, they're Black, it doesn't matter. When that ain't reality. But they want to take it as, oh, they're saying Black Lives Matter over all lives matter. You dummy, that ain't what's been said at all.
Right.
But that's what you use to keep your racist agenda going on in your head because you're scared of the thought of they're going to stop everybody from taking over everything. When in reality, we just want an even playing ground.
Right.
Make it fair. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is being said. Make it fair. But y'all want to support a president that's so divisive. Right, where we go? Okay. Yeah. That you listen to everything this dummy say. He tell you, oh, yeah, global warming, it's trust me, it's going to get colder, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to get better.
Oh, that fool.
What?
Just watch. It'll get colder. I don't think science knows.
COVID-19. Oh, COVID-19. Yeah, that's Joe Biden's fault. He caused all this. What? Last I checked, you the president, not Joe Biden. Joe Biden's running for president. You are the president.
Did you hear the word tapes?
I heard. I read little articles. I didn't listen to all of them.
Man, he knew he knew that it was 5 times deadlier.
Oh yeah.
He knew the kids get it and die.
That's what he came out. He said it's the not scare America.
Right. So let me get this straight. You don't want to cause a panic. I can sort of see that, but you pushed to open schools and send kids back to school when you know it was deadly for children.
But you know what it was? Because he knew the poor people couldn't afford to keep their kids at home all the time, but the richer people could. That's all that is. I bet if it was him and his kids, they weren't going.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? But you got people who Trump saying, y'all want to blame Trump for everything. And man, come on, bro. Y'all, if y'all falling for that, man, I don't know what to tell you. You deserve everything you get. Anybody who supported him and believe him, trust me, you deserve
he said
everything
if
you
you
get.
president, you responsible.
Exactly.
He said Bush was responsible for 9/11 because he was president at the time. That
Obama's
means
still responsible for everything going on right now.
Trump. That means Trump responsible for COVID. Done by his own words.
I mean, come on.
But let's, what about something positive? Like I sent you an article today, or a report today about free.
Oh yeah.
What's the town going to be called?
I let you bring this story up. It's a story that I seen,
Georgia.
but
Freedom, Georgia. You know,
For their
where
own community.
19 black families bought like 97 acres and an old defunct town
It was
to
old
build
town.
to build a black centric community because
Yeah.
they said by it's not going to be a black only community, but it's going to be promoting black
Afrocentric.
business.
Afrocentric.
Which we need as a black man. I'm gonna sit there and say we need it because I mean, look, we have little Italies, we have
Right.
Chinatowns.
Right.
They're out here where I'm at, but I don't know what they call them, Rico. Communities where it's a bunch of Hispanics.
Right.
What do they call it? We have it's little Italies, Chinatowns.
Yeah. I don't want
Little-
to say barrios because barrios like kind of like.
I want to say I heard
poor
little
neighborhood.
Mexico before. I'm not for sure, but
Yeah.
you have the Mexican communities that build up their own towns.
Right.
Us as black people, we do not build up our own communities. You know what our own communities are? The projects.
Right.
Where we don't want to be. We
Right.
need our own communities built. We have the Black Wall Streets, the Rosewoods. We had communities, and
But what
they
happened?
Came and tore them down. They came and burnt them down. They can't do that now.
Right.
We need to start back building, and we have all these billionaires. We have the Bob Johnsons, the Oprah Winfreys, the Jay-Z's, the Sean Carters. I can go the dude that owns the Weather Channel. I think it's Ron Smith. We have out now. They can do that. They can do that.
No, they can't.
Yeah, they can do that.
No, they can't.
No, that's a bunch saying they can't. They can do that. They scared. If you scared, then be scared and say you're scared. But don't be talking about you support the cause and all this here, and then you ain't doing nothing. We should have our own stuff. We should have our own communities. Y'all around here talking about y'all building schools and everything else. When are we gonna start building our own communities? And then all this, well, we build our own communities, but they gonna tear it down because it's all this violence. All black people ain't violent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't all violent. And guess what? The ones that's violent ain't gonna want to come no way. Because 9 times out of 10, the ones that's violent, they feel like going to the suburbs is too uppity for them. Doc, am I wrong? How many Negroes you know that in the hood and you come with something positive for them and they feel like, oh, that's too, I ain't doing that best. That's bougie.
That's why it's called a trap, man. I can't trap in
keep
New
your traps.
Freedom. I
You know
can't
what I'm
trap
saying?
in New Freedom, man. I'm
But-
giving all the dope, man. I can't tell you tell me I can't take my dope up in there and flip it back.
But until we start building our own.
Hold on, player. You mean tell me I can't bring
No.
that shit up in the
No.
That's all for the black people, man. I'm just trying to get up like you. I'm just trying to make
that poison
an
out the hood. We keeping that poison out.
See, that's why we don't like y'all motherfuckers, man. Because anytime we try to go and better ourselves with the resources that we know how to use, y'all always talking about that shit ain't right for society and shit. And I'm just trying to raise my kids, man.
You know what
So I'm trying to do like y'all with the black folks, man. Use my money for the black folks.
You know
I
what
just
you
need
need
to
to do?
move my product at the same time.
You know what you need to do, my brother? Get a job. This community, we're gonna have jobs over here. We're gonna set a resource for a job. You want a job?
Already got a job. I'm trying to bring my
work legally.
to your community is what I'm saying.
you
So
wanna
you
work
ain't hear
legally?
what I'm saying. I'm
He-
trying to bring my job
He's an entrepreneur.
better us all.
But that's the truth though. I know so many that say that same shot their mouth.
I'm
And
just
it's like,
saying
come
that
on, bro.
this is what we gonna hear.
For instance,
So they're not coming. It's not.
rest in peace to this guy right here, man. Rest in peace, King Nip. Go listen to Nip music. Nip wasn't speaking on just violence. Nip was talking about building. bringing change. That's what it's about. If you, for those of people that know me, if you've seen something I've been posting for months now, since I got back on social media, because I was off for about a good 5 years. Since I got back on social media, something I constantly say is building. We're building, 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 building. It's about building a future. It ain't about standing a standstill or looking to the past. It's about building. Let's grow, man. Nip was about growing, trying to bring change. Pac was even talking about growing, bringing change. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Let's grow. Let's build, bring change. Forget all this being divided that we on. It ain't about Crip. It ain't about blood. It ain't about white. It ain't about black. It ain't about brown. It ain't about yellow. It ain't about purple aliens in the sky, orange aliens. None of that. It's about building together. Let's build something. Let's be about change. Let's say, man, forget everything we went through. All this 400 years of slavery. I know y'all ain't gonna forget about it, but let's build something. And you know what? If we can build something, we'll forget about it because we got something built towards forgetting about it. But when you stuck in a situation where you still got the same bullshit going, you people getting choked on a curve with a knee on a back of their neck. How are we supposed to forget anything? That ain't building, that's staying stuck.
Well, we got to be a force for positivity, man.
Yeah, but
you know, I mean, there's a lot of negativity out there and a lot of negative stuff out there, but we, it all starts with the seed. If we can impart anything to our viewers, our listeners, or whatever, we may get agitated and we may be angry here and there, but we want to see a better future for everybody.
Yeah.
We want that positive growth,
Hold on, you said that positive who?
Growth.
Oh, I thought you said that W word. I have to throw my headphones. I thought you said woke.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we trying to stay away from that word for a while because, man, it got overused.
We try to stay away from that.
No, we ain't, no. You know what I'm saying?
But
we're gonna do that later. We're gonna wake up a little bit later. We hit the snooze right now,
Right, we're in the snooze button. We're not in the snooze button.
But on some no stories, we've been on the we've been on the odd jokes side, a while on this episode. Let's just try to get into something.
But just to keep it like Rico said, we got to learn how to be okay with having the same idea, but not being the same. In other words, it's okay to be who you are, but we all have one purpose. Meaning, just be there for the purpose. Be who you are, but just be there for the purpose. It's 2020 now. We're in the age of information. So we're smarter now. We're not the savages. We're not the Vikings. We're not, there is savagery, the universe has to equalize. But what I'm saying is we're at a time now where the information is provided for you to elevate. You have to be okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like dandelions, look, that's okay. But I need you to hold this while I, put this tent up. It's okay to be who you are. Let's just exist.
Right.
Okay?
Keep in mind, Doc, it's the age of information and Skynet about to take over something. We got a couple more years, and then Skynet taking over, and the Terminator's coming.
You know what? You gotta be positive. We'll be out there, sitting there, and the Terminator walk by. I'm gonna run out there and polish up his shoulder, be like, "Hey, man, how's it going?"
I got something though. You blasting with the rocket launcher. Because that's artificial.
That's something though.
That's artificial existence, artificial intelligence. We don't want that. We blast that to oblivion.
But
I'm talking about living in
I got something though.
but everything's an illusion, man.
Remember we was talking about the police officers and telling on each other if they see something on everything else. You know who's snitching on each other now and blaming each other though, right? The 4 officers charged in the George Floyd murder turned blame on each other.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I bet.
Everyone is blaming the other person.
So y'all did it. You know our kids. All of y'all telling on each other, y'all did it.
Right.
The defense for the 4 parties involved don't want to be tried together. They want a separate trial for each.
Oh, separate trial
person.
Good move. They playing chess.
Yep.
Playing chess, bro.
That's all. For those of y'all that play NBA 2K and you wonder why you ain't seen Charles Barkley on the game, Charles Barkley has not released his rights because he said until they give the older players $1 million each, he ain't releasing their rights. Woo. He brings up how back in the day, how much money they were making compared to now, and says that he feels like it's fair that if they paid them for their likeness in the game. Until then, he's good. And I didn't notice until after I read that article. I would have looked at 2K and the TNT staff, everybody's on except Charles Barkley. Shaq.
I didn't pay attention to that either, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, I mean, I guess salute to Charles for that one, sticking up for the
if they're using your likeness, and they're making big money.
Yeah, Elder Brad caught on quick.
I mean,
Elder Brad caught on
football
quick,
game.
Bro.
Right.
They ruined NCAA football for me. They ain't made a game.
And basketball, it
like
ruined it.
They stopped basketball before that. Like I've been sick though,
bro. Killed the game.
Other likeness news: Colin Kaepernick has returned to Madden with his likeness.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was gone, and my take. Okay, so this is my take. So basically, they took Cap off the game. Cap was a free agent. They say the contract to his likeness ran out or something, or it never was negotiated the whole time he was on. It's been like 4 years since he was off the game. Mm-hmm. And so now they made a deal to bring him back. But I say it's great, but I call BS on it also. Because
you gotta show social injustice to make the dollar, bro.
If you wanted him on the game, you could have got his likeness back then.
Right.
But now it's cool to get Cap back in the game.
Yeah, they didn't want his likeness when it was controversial.
Right. Now it's the right.
Now it's
but now it's the right kind of controversial.
Right guys.
It's like
that's the guy.
It's a new pair of shoes that's out.
$dollar back. Got to get that black dollar back.
Yeah.
So we got to back this guy to get that dollar, because I'm not finna be paying for this yacht out of my own money. That's some bullshit.
What would have been cool is you would have kept him in the game back then when that happened.
Right.
But in fairness, I will say Antonio Brown's still not on the game either. And I don't think that Negro. I ain't gonna say that. I mean, AB was a beast on the field. I think if he signs a deal, he'll get back on the game. But it did make me say, okay, I do see this here now. AB's not on the game, and he's now. If AB was in the game, and excuse me, and
hold on. What's all
as a
that
free
there
agent,
now?
And it would have looked more suspect.
What's all that there now? You still got the cap unscrewed? Is the oil of the universe shut down your spiral?
little Japanese whiskey, little Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, the high roundhouse to the dome.
Yeah, I took me a little trip to Japan and brought me back some Japanese whiskey. Nah, I'm good. I'm good though.
He scrapped the drunken bastard, bro.
Right.
All right, just for that.
Drunken fist boxing.
Just for that, a round of save them or let them die.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's game show time.
Nice knowing y'all, man. We had fun these 3 episodes.
I really ain't got nothing though this time. I ain't think about nobody. But okay.
Off the
Doc,
cuff.
this one's for you.
All right, bet. Off the backboard.
Save them or let them die.
Okay.
Doc Rivers or the Los Angeles Clippers players?
Oh, well. I'm going to have to go with the players, G. And I love some Doc Rivers, bro. But he has had some squads there and has come up short a lot. Now, I do think Bob's going to give him one more chance because you know who's waiting. You know who's waiting for the job, right? Ty Lue.
Right.
He's waiting to come. So if Doc's gone, man. He had his run. He's good. I had to go with the players. I could get them right.
Doc going to Philly.
You think he going to Philly?
You going to Philly to get rid of Doc?
I agree with you on that. That sound like the sweet spot for him. Young players, young superstars. He got these old heads on. Listen, bro. He need that youth.
Save them or let them die.
All right.
Vince McMahon or ICP?
Oh shit! Gotta say ICP, man.
Gotta look at his neck piece, bro. Look at his neck wear all day. I knew that answer without even like, gotta give him a hard question. That's too easy. We all know the answer to that.
All right. According to the news, Cardi B has filed for divorce from her husband Offset, citing basically she don't trust the Negro. She believes he's still cheating because other females are coming forward saying he's cheating, which don't mean nothing. I mean, it could be a bunch of lying, jealous people, but since he got caught before, that's what it is. And part of the article, well, some of it changed, and she was like, she didn't know her lawyer said that, but I seen a part of the article that said that she wanted to be a good influence for her daughter. Y'all remember the video "Womp" that she put out recently?
Yeah. Hey, Rico. Here we go.
Cancel.
Okay. Now, look, y'all know I come with the dark roasted. The dark roasted coffee. Now the dark roasted coffee says that allegedly, according to unknown and unproven and questionable sources in the streets, they say allegedly he was caught. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
It wasn't about the cheating. He got caught. And I'm gonna let your imagination run with it.
Oh man,
that was the reason that lit the fuse for the bomb. You do about the cheating. That's rap life.
So it was like
caught.
So what you saying right now? It was. Like
I do not condone. No,
no. We gonna get this.
I don't agree. Honestly, I don't agree.
No.
But hey, we have to get all sides.
No, Doc. So you
just
trying
like with the other incident and the click, clack, pow. Oh, hold on, what the pow?
So Doc,
that, bro. It's like,
Doc, you around here like when Pimp C said, we know who got caught downtown in Atlanta with the boy. Is that what you saying?
No, I didn't say all that.
That sound like what you said.
I said was
Rico cancel.
They have no credibility for nothing or reporting that he allegedly got.
My hands up, people.
I personally, I don't believe it and I don't care. But I have to report it because they told me to.
Who told you?
I ain't hear about it, and I don't care.
They told me to.
Who is they?
I just report what they report. It's like, hey, Doc,
what they do?
You got a platform,
they sent you an anonymous message?
I was like, why are you people even contacting me? I don't even care what you guys have to say. I don't believe none of your stuff. You don't have any resources. It was like, hey, man, he got caught. I was like, I said, but I don't agree with it, and I'm going to say that I don't agree with it. Like, we don't care about what you agree with. Just say what I told you. I bet.
Oh, disclaimer to those of you that
I don't condone it whatsoever, and I don't believe it.
Your lifestyle's your lifestyle. We ain't judging you. This just Doc reporting what they told him. We don't know who they is.
I'm just reporting. Yeah.
Me and Rico gonna find out who they is.
Right.
We don't know
who they is.
You don't want to know
who they is. They just pop up on certain stuff.
They who work for them.
They give out this information, and
on the other side,
I'd be suspect to even say anything because I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. But you have to put the ridiculous in it.
Did y'all notice that I missed my whole mouth?
Hey, it's all right.
They must got me.
Look, Rico Scrap. I don't believe that crap. I just be trying to do that for the. If people haven't bought on by now, I'm trying to be that edgy comedian on this.
Nah,
thing.
Rico.
It is failing miserably. It's failing.
Rico.
But I'm
told on himself.
I might strike gold. You never know. Might strike gold one day.
Right? See, they just text him and told him you shouldn't have said that because they watching right now.
Nah. They, bro.
Was it they
Word
or
on the street
both?
is.
Word on the street.
Yeah, word on the street is.
Hey, pretty soon we need to start doing what WTF now, word on the street.
Yeah.
Interviews with people.
This is going to be some terrible stuff. It's true. It's always going to be terrible, but hey, it's going to be funny, yo.
Hey,
so
but you know
we got y'all. Some terrible. Y'all want some terrible. Y'all want some terrible. Y'all think TMZ is horrible? Oh no, y'all ain't ready for this.
The news is horrible, huh?
I don't even think this show is going to last a week because they're going to hey, look, you guys cannot do that.
Right.
I ain't know. I'm just, hey, I'm new.
This is what happened when they let us have free run on the internet.
Oh, we can say stuff?
Rico, this one for you here.
Uh-oh.
You know what I hate about wrestling?
What's that?
The good guys. Excuse me. They must heard me talking about them. Why is it anytime there's a match and the other guy, the bad guy, could have on his side and throws in a kendo stick or a chair or something else, and the good guy can have somebody on his side, he just like, instead of
oh my God, what happened? Oh no, he got hit with a chair.
Do something.
Oh my God, someone
okay, that's because wrestling.
You just get beat up the whole time.
This is why it's called wrestling entertainment.
Yeah.
It's like a soap opera.
Is it wrestling or is it wrestling?
It's because
that's
they
the pageantry part.
Right. You got your hero and your heels. And,
just like when we have our top 10, like we had our list for the
right.
best crap talkers
that never aired.
Yeah,
we did
it did.
That's what Rico's talking about. We did it. That's part of it. That's part of that.
You know, like you got to get character, and then it takes a lot, man, because it's written away, and then they got to fit it in live within a time frame. So like sometimes they got to stretch that out. Like, oh wait, I'm scared. I can't act yet because it's 5 minutes till commercial, and at commercial time I'm supposed to do this or that. So a lot of times it feels like really stretched out. And then a lot of times when you're watching, it feels like it's so action packed, it's trying to cram it all in.
Yeah, we're gonna get a wrestling show, bro. This is very entertaining for me. Y'all see us set up in the chair and shit.
It's like, and then like,
don't lean back like you're. Like,
and then that's why you see some wrestlers they'll be a villain for a while, and then they'll be a good guy and a villain. Because there's writers, man. Like Eric Bischoff, when he was WCW, he used to be a writer. For the show.
He continued being a writer. That's how he came up.
Freddie Prinze Jr., the actor, used to be a writer for wrestling.
Yeah, man.
Triple H and Stephanie McMahon once broke character at a match because they're playing the villains.
A lot of broke character.
And little kids started crying. Little kids just started bawling. So they had to break character for that kid. Like, no, we just playing.
Yeah, broke character.
You can't tell me we didn't believe we could do that shit when we were playing in the backyard and we had a fucking raggedy ass mattress ring set up.
Right.
You can't tell me you weren't jumping off top rope, putting your elbow in your damn little brother back.
Getting in trouble.
And then get your ass when he get hurt.
Oh, bro.
Don't tell mom.
Yeah.
Mama! Shh, don't tell mom.
But yeah, I'm shit, they wrestling come on tomorrow. I tell you what, man, I'm watching wrestling tomorrow. I'm definitely not gonna know what the fuck is going on. But I'm gonna watch it.
I'll watch it on
have a wrestling show, bro. I'm doing my research. I'm getting back in. I'm doing my work. I'm doing my due diligence.
One of these days we gotta hit a local promotion and go messing around, start messing around.
Yeah. Hey, Rico. What? Go ahead, Scrap.
I'm just saying when we get back to normal around here.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Rico, what happened to that dude that had that backyard wrestling league, bro?
Which one? Backyard wrestling that ICP was affiliated with, or just backyard wrestling in general? Because they have different promotions. Just like you got WWE, which is the biggest leagues, and then you got smaller promotions. Like we have a local promotion here. And
wasn't it a dude doing that shit when we was recording in Texas County and shit? Wasn't it a dude doing that or trying to get a league started?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the name. It was like fucking eons ago.
Right.
There were dinosaur eggs around.
But they were doing the whole thing, hitting each other with light bulbs and barbed wire bats and all that.
Yeah, like
stuff.
they was scrapped. They were real, bro. Like they didn't use the fake light bulbs. They used them real long ass county market fluorescent light bulbs with the crack, bro.
And they hit each other. They got bats wrapped with barbed wire and hit each other.
Bro.
Barbed wire around the ring.
Look, I used to work at a car wash. I was Scrap, the same motherfucking spot we worked at. I don't know. You probably was gone by then. There was a dude that worked there, and that's what he did part time. He was a part of this little backyard wrestling league, and he came to work one day, and he was limping and shit. And he said, we was like, man, what the fuck happened to you? He was like, man, I got hit by a car. We was like, what? He was like, yeah, I got hit by a car. We flipping out like, dude, did you get the license plate or whatever? He was like, nah, man, it was wrestling. We was wrestling. I got hit. Right. Bro. We thinking that he got hit out here on East 6th Street.
Man, back in the day, like, when
he was driving too fast.
Even wrestling, I think wrestling was a little bit more entertaining when we were young.
Yeah, it was.
You know, they got wrestling now, but they're so safety conscious. But when we was young, like Mankind, way up jumping, and
yeah, he was that guy. He kind of spawned on
Hell
it.
in the Cell.
Yeah.
He got thrown off the top a few times.
Mm-hmm. Sting
Now they
coming
want
out
to
the
show
ceiling.
blood on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how Owen Hart died. Owen Hart died from coming from the rafters.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Came down his turnbuckle. I was watching that on pay-per-view when it happened.
Oh damn! See, I didn't see it when it happened.
So I remember that episode
Too.
But I remember when Sid Vicious broke his leg in the ring.
Oh.
And it was all hanging, all flopping around. I was like, oh, because I could feel it. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Bro, that and the Anderson Silver leg break. Those are the most terrifying leg breaks I've seen, bro.
Right?
Nah, old boy,
leg wrap around
Louisville.
Leg, bro, I almost passed out.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Old dude from Louisville when he broke his leg just jumping up in the air. You remember that one, Doc?
What happened now?
The dude from Louisville jumping up in the air for a dunk and broke his leg.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Him, Paul George did it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
when Sid broke his leg, he wasn't even doing a stunt. He hopped down from the second rope and his leg broke.
Yeah,
and he fell over. I
was like, oh!
Right?
Big accident.
Bro, speaking of, have y'all seen a video of the dude? His chick was like, they was in an argument and she was busting the windows out the car and he backed over her, bro.
Nah, I ain't seen that one.
Bro, I saw that on Instagram the other day, bro. This dude that was arguing, and I guess he was trying to leave or whatever, and she got a tire thing whatever was busting his windows out, and she was walking on the back of the car, and he backed up and backed over her, and she was laying in the street, and her leg, man, her foot was broke off, and you can see the bone.
Ooh, wow. Don't like that stuff.
It's bro, it's bad. It's bad, bro.
I guess it's safe to say she won't bust another window out though.
Bro, that's bad, but you don't run her over, bro. What that's it? If
Right.
she was shooting if she was shooting glass out of there.
Right.
Come on, man. And he probably
Crazy part is
I can't say what happened, but
they probably back together right
when
now.
you get your windows bust out, you did some cheating. I'm just saying.
That's what they said.
I'm saying they just saying that.
Do they do that still? They still
what?
putting sugar in people's tanks?
I know they still stab tire, they still cut tire.
Yeah. I don't know if they still do that. But maybe we should be putting that kind of stuff out. Kids, don't do this at home.
No,
don't be doing that stuff to people.
Don't do none of that. You don't
Disclaimer.
Stay in the house and read a book and learn how to build rocket ships or something.
Study hard, go to school, study hard, so maybe one day you grow up to be like us and have a little teeny tiny internet podcast.
Yeah, you can graduate from internet college and drop out like me.
You know, the first step to we start our own wrestling promotion. WTF Now Wrestling.
WTF Wrestling. WTF Now Wrestling Federation.
I want the belt.
Championship belt.
We all too old to start wrestling now.
Oh no, we gonna play like we gonna play the manager and be the ring announcer. The announcers.
Yeah.
You wrestling. You the young guy. You wrestling.
You wrestle. Get your hands on that damn turnbuckle.
Well, if that's the case, y'all wrestling Hogan and Flair.
I'll manage. You go out there and get the audience. I'll be your manager.
If I got to wrestle,
we be like,
I'll go wrestle.
now King Scrap, the Two-time world heavyweight champion, WTF Now Wrestling.
So I'm Booker T, huh?
Right?
No, you King Scrap. You're better than Booker T.
As a matter of fact, I think you should challenge Booker T right here, right now to a match.
Booker T right here, right now. Expedition match. King Scrap versus Booker T. Y'all can't tell me that ain't good.
Right now.
That ain't good pay-per-view.
I'm telling you right now. You hear me? You looking at me. You don't want it with me. You don't want it, brother. I want to give it to you. Right to your jaw. I'm the greatest of all time. All time. All time. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. Check. Now, Booker T, if you hear this, go and call in for the interview so we can go and get you on there.
Come on. Get your side of the story.
Tell them how I caught you. Tell them how I caught you back and say, but like hit you with that chair at the 1, 2, 3, and 1.
Right.
5 times. 5 times to have it. I beat him 5 times. 5 times for the belt. Hey, I think he actually has his own promotion too. I know he was a trainer out in Houston.
Yeah, I think he does have his own.
They got him and his brother. Him and his brother got their own academy.
Oh, good.
Out there.
I had to go out there and
Booker T, that's a great.
had to go crash this motherfucking facility, man.
Man, I can already see it now. King Scrap coming out with his big cape on and a crown to the side.
Nah, I ain't doing no cape. Nah, I gotta find out my finishing movie though.
Lion and albino leopard fur.
Stunner, some sweet chin music, something like that. A frog splash, something like that. I do something like that. I ain't picking up good though. I was watching the other night though, man. It's a move on who was it? It was Cedric Alexander. Man, he had a move. I'm like, I like that move. When he picked dude up, come back and hit his knees on his spine. Shit. Mind me back in my day, when I was out there challenging for the belt, on the WWE circuit. You know what I'm saying? When I was out there winning 17 times with champion back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
King Scrap coming out of retirement.
They gonna make me come out and get this foot better. Shit,
I won't wrestle with my foot aching, man. The weather cold and all that.
You up there with the Mr. T. I pity the fool.
Hey, Scrap, remember
But y'all. Remember that what?
Remember that commercial I used to air when I used to work for that television station? We can't say who.
Right.
Remember I worked for that television station that I showed y'all that infomercial and he bust through the door? Remember that he was selling some type of it was like a George Foreman grill, but it was Mr. T's. He had like the oven. And they had him bust through the door, and he barely got through that.
You know what? I bet you can find it on YouTube.
Bust his elbow in.
It was some times at that radio station.
Golden Nuggets.
At that radio station that we cannot talk about, that we gonna try to get some advertisement from. Yeah, we tapped there. Well, fellas. Nice episode. Another week.
Right.
Doc through the bread. Hold on. Doc, you get through the bread and butter in the river.
Had to get to
Why you throw the bread and butter in the river?
Do not ever in your life, if you see bread and butter, you just throw that shit on the ground immediately.
Now tell the people what brand it was so they don't buy it.
It's going to say it on the bottle. It's going to be a green bottle. You're going to pick it up. It's going to say bread and butter. And when you see it, you immediately smash that shit on the ground and take off.
Hold on, Rico. So you see the problem, Rico? Wasn't no name. It just was bread and butter.
Right. Because,
that's like the Dollar General version.
Yeah.
It tastes like the Dollar General version.
Doc don't want to eliminate potential sponsors by saying bad things about any product.
Shit on your product
Because
without
we might not like it, but that sponsorship money come, we be like, that's the best.
it's the best. But if you just so happen to go in
I'm gonna miss
Sam's
that film
and you
section.
see a specific wine that has bread and butter on it, throw that shit on the ground as hard as you can. Gronk spiked that shit. Oh, I'm done, bro. I'm done trying to get us kicked off the air, bro. I'm done, man. End this stuff before we get fired, bro. Oh, me in my mouth, bro. I gotta go back to class, man. I'm going back to class this week, and next week, I promise you, I'll try to be a better host.
We gotta go back, man. We gotta go back to remedial host class. So allegedly and all that stuff again.
They making me tell y'all this BS information about what happened.
How to be sponsor friendly.
Smash it.
We'll catch y'all next week, people.
Right. We'll see y'all next time.
Boy, King Scrap.
Psycho Rico.
Doc Lou, y'all.
Peace.
I'm going to rehab.
For what?
Host rehab. Go to rehab. I gotta be a better host. Bad host rehab. I'm going for a week, y'all. And I'm gonna get my certificate. I'll show y'all next week, motherfuckers.
It's just different.